started, and we will start. We're going to start on all fours. So come down onto the mat, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to press the mat away so we're nice and active and tuck the toes under. So we're going to start just by sitting back onto the heels and then rocking forward to stretch out the wrists. So really try and push your bum back onto those heels. So we're really stretching out the soles of the feet, and then as we come forward we're really pushing the wrists and stretching out the wrists. And then we're going to walk the hands back and we're going to push the hips back onto those heels. So just gradually we're just walking the weight up so that eventually, if it's comfortable, you'll be able to sit like this, and we're stretching out all through the soles of the feet. And then we're going to walk forward again. We're going to turn the hands around so that the fingertips are pointing towards your knees, and again we're just going to rock gently forwards and backwards. So just stretching out the forearms, stretching out the wrists, and sitting that bum back onto the heels. So just activating those arms, working on the wrists. And then you're going to sit, walk your hands again back so that you're coming onto the heels, and just interlace your fingers and just rotate through those wrists. So just trying to get everything moving through there. We're going to come back to all fours. Let the feet lay flat now and sit your bum back and walk the hands forward. So we're coming into this nice extended child's pose, pushing that bum back right onto the heels. The feet lay flat, and then we're going to walk the fingertips out in front and bring the forehead down. So really trying to walk the fingers as far as you can without your bum lifting up. You walk the hands in, take the arms up overhead, and then exhale again, walking forward with the hands, bringing the forehead down. So we're just circling that through, so bringing the hands up, taking them out to the side, reaching high, and then coming forward. We're going to do one more. Hands come towards you, take them wide, reaching up as you look up to the ceiling, and then walk the hands out in front. We're going to come to all fours and we're going to do a cat-cow. So hands under shoulders, spread the fingers. We're going to inhale, drop in the belly. And as you exhale, we're rounding out the spine, pulling the nose under. Inhale. Drop the belly, look forward, and exhale. Rounding out the spine. Inhale. Drop the belly, roll those shoulders back, lengthening the neck. And exhale. Rounding out the spine. Drop the belly, looking forward. And exhale. Round out the spine. We're going to tuck the toes under and we're going to walk the hands back, and then we're going to come up into, we're going to rock into a toddler squat. So pushing the hands, lifting the knees and pushing yourself back. You can still have the weight through the hands. We're just going to try and just rock through that. So if you bring your knees nice and wide, it allows that torso to come through. And we're just rocking, and as you reach forward, you'll feel a stretch in that lower back. So we're starting to open up the hips. You can stay on your toes, that's not a problem. Pushing back, give your hips a little bit of a rotate and then rolling forward. So just trying to move nice and slowly into opening these hips into a toddler squat or a wide leg squat. And then we're going to walk the hands in. And if you can, you're going to stay on the toes and bring the fingertips in. We're going to push the knees out with the elbows. And again, we're just gently rocking. So this is just a little bit deeper across the pelvis, across the front of the hips. And then we're going to bring the hands down. Work the feet wide enough so that you can bring the heels down if possible. If you can't, you can pop a block or a blanket or a cushion under the heels. That gives you a little bit of support. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hands together. We're going to push the knees out, opening out through the hips. We're going to try and lift the chest. So we're lifting the chest and looking forward, coming into that sun god. Nice deep breaths. Bring the hands down, coming onto the toes, and then lifting up the heels onto the toes. We're going to open the hands wide. Again, if you can't do this, you can pop something underneath you or keep the fingertips on the floor and just try and open the knees. And then we're going to bring the hands forward. And we're just going to start to straighten up. So we're going to bring the hands to the floor, the head's going to come down. We're going to lift the bum and then sitting back down. So we're just taking some of that body weight onto the hands and we're just lifting the bum up nice and high, dropping the heels if it's comfortable and then coming back down. Just working out through the lower back, starting to straighten the legs. The more you do, the easier it gets as we start to warm up those legs. And then we're going to straighten up. You can soften the knees if you need to and just let the body hang. So taking hold of your elbows, just folding over and letting that body hang. There, you can rock from side to side, you can gently bounce. Just hanging out there, breathing nice and deeply. And then we're going to release the hands down, we're going to slowly roll up, bringing the head up last. We're going to start to warm up through that spine and through the upper body. So we're going to roll the shoulders back, we're going to activate the hands, squeezing the thighs, squeezing the bum, coming into that mountain pose nice and strong. Inhale, reach high, exhale, arms wide. Inhale, reach up, and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. We're now going to take this into a fold, so inhale up, exhale, fold forwards, inhale, halfway lift, straightening the legs, flattening the spine, exhale, fold, take hold of the elbows, just hang there. Release the hands, slowly roll up. Taking the arms up overhead, reaching high, and exhale down. We'll go again, inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands wide. Inhale, high. Exhale, wide. One more, inhale, high. Then exhale, we fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, And exhale, fold. Take hold of the elbows, soften the knees, let that torso drape over the thighs. Just rocking from side to side, nice and gently. And then release the hands down. We're going to slowly roll up. And we're going to come up to standing. Okay, so we're going to take the legs wide. We're going to come into a triangle pose and then go straight into a half moon. So your half moon is a balance. If you need a chair or something to hold on to, or bring yourself closer to the wall so you've got a little bit of balance. We're going to turn the left foot so it's pointing straight ahead. The right foot is pointing straight out. We're going to inhale, take the arms wide. Exhale, lower the shoulders. Inhale, pull the belly button in and tuck the bum under, so we're trying to turn the hips out to the side. And then as you exhale, we're going to hinge over, bringing the hand down to the thigh or the shin and taking the right hand directly up to the ceiling. As you inhale and lengthen, just exhale, letting that torso come down, keeping the chest open nice and wide. If you need to, you can soften the front knee, but ideally with a triangle we want to keep this leg nice and straight, and we're trying to create that beautiful right angle through the hip so your back is nice and flat. Opening the arm up. If you can look up to the ceiling and try and push the hand behind you, that opens out the chest, really works on those shoulders. As you exhale, you're trying to inch closer and closer. If you start to tilt here, you're going to come further up. So just go as far down as is comfortable for you. From here, we're going to bend the front knee. We're going to bring the right fingertips down and the left fingertips down, so they're framing the foot into a triangle. We come onto the toe at the back and come into a standing position. So the weight comes onto the left foot and then we start to lift the right leg. So you can keep the fingertips on the floor, or you can keep the left hand on the floor and open out that right hand. Coming into the half moon. So really trying to open out the hip, really balancing on the left side and opening out through the right hand, opening that chest. We're going to inhale, we're going to bring the fingertips down, bring that back foot down, and then you're going to sit back into child's pose. So just slowly bringing yourself down to the floor and just resting there. We're going to come up onto all fours. We're going to come into downward facing dog. Our first downward facing dog until we do the other side. So press the mat away, tuck the toes under. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to lift up. Pressing the chest towards the knees. Let the head hang. Step the feet back slightly and start to drop the heels. Feeling the stretch down the back of the legs. You can pedal through the knees if you prefer, just to start to warm up into that position. Pressing the chest through, rolling the shoulders. We're going to inhale, come onto the toes and look forwards, and then walk the feet to the hands. Plant the feet down, exhale, fold, taking hold of the elbows. Just a couple of breaths there, and then slowly release the hands and roll up, coming into mountain pose. So you're going to take your feet wide again. We're going to do triangle on the other side. So we're going to turn the right foot so it's pointing straight down the mat. The left foot is pointing out to the side. We're going to turn the hips so they're out to the side. Inhale, arms out. Exhale, lower the shoulders. Inhale, tuck the bum under, squeeze. And then as you exhale, we're coming over, bringing the hand down below the knee ideally, and reaching the left hand up. As you inhale, pull the belly button in and lengthen, and as you exhale, we're trying to bring that body down. So you might be able to get to your ankle, you might be able to bring your fingertips to the floor in front or behind your foot, but you might be at your shin or your thigh. You might need to soften your front knee, lots of options. Looking up to the ceiling and really trying to open out that left hand. From there, we're going to inhale. We're going to bring the left hand down and the right hand down in front of you, creating that triangle with your foot, coming onto the toe of your left foot behind you. We're going to step the foot forward and then keeping the right foot on the floor, the right hand on the floor, we're going to lift the left leg. And then if you want to and you can take the right arm up, and we're trying to open out the hip as you come into your half moon. Nice deep breaths. Look down at the hand. You might find it's easier on one side than the other. Ooh. I tried to stop looking at what I was doing. We're going to inhale. We're going to bring the hands down. Take the knee down at the back. And then sit back into child's pose. And just rest there. Really strong through those legs. You'll really feel the hip working as you're trying to balance. There's nothing wrong with holding onto a wall or a chair, just to help you get that balance and start to build the strength in those legs. Okay, so from your child's pose, you're going to sit yourself up. We're going to bring the right foot forward. Plant it down at the side of the right hand. And we're going to push the left knee away, so we're opening out the hip. We're keeping the hands down on the floor, and we're keeping the knee pulled in to that shoulder. Really try and sink forward, so we're really trying to push the left knee back and plant this front foot down. So you can stay here if that's a deep enough stretch for you, so you'll feel a stretch across the front of your pelvis into your hip flexors. If that's deep enough for you, you can stay there, but don't let the knee flare out, don't let the foot lift up. We're really trying to pull it in towards the shoulder. From there, if you want to take it deeper, you're going to inhale and you're going to lift up onto the toe, and then as you exhale, you're going to drop the heel. So you'll really feel a much deeper stretch in this front hip flexor. Again, we're not letting the knee flare out, we're keeping it nice and strong. If you want to go deeper still, you've got two options. You can either come onto, bringing the right elbow onto the right thigh and coming up into that full runner's lunge, or your other option is to come down into dragon pose. And what we do with dragon is we come all the way down, bringing the elbows down to the floor. Trying not to let the knee flare out. If you're not quite at the floor, you can bring a cushion to bring underneath you, just to get that deeper stretch. You can still do dragon with your knee on the floor if you want to. I think it's called gecko when we're in a modified version. So you've got various options. You can be in that dragon pose here, you can be on your hands, you can come up onto your thigh, you can keep the knee down at the back. So just work to what feels good. You might be in one position and think, actually I think I could go deeper, and just try and adjust the position each time. We're going to bring the knee down, and then we're going to sit back onto this heel, and we're going to lift the right toe. So we're straightening out this leg now and lifting the toe up. If you're comfortable sat on your heel, then sit right back. If you're not, you can come to here and just try and straighten this leg, or at least lift the toe so you're getting a stretch in the hamstring. If you're here and you're comfortable and you want to go a deeper fold, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, let the head come down, let the torso come towards the thigh, and just breathe deeply there. We're going to inhale, come forward, bring that knee back. We're going to take the knees wide and sit back into a wide leg child's pose. Try and let the back relax. Try and let the weight of the hips sink that torso through. So you're going to stretch in the lower back. We're going to come up to all fours again. We're going to step the left foot forward. So the left foot comes in line, excuse me, with the left hand. The knee pulls in towards the shoulder. We're going to push the right knee back. Keep pulling that knee into your shoulder. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going to push the right knee as far back as we can, and we're feeling that stretch in the front through the hip flexors. So if you're happy here, stay here. If you want to, inhale, lift up onto the toe, dropping the heel down and sinking forward into the hip flexor. Thank you. From here, if you want to, you can come up onto that thigh, really feeling that stretch. Nice deep lunge there. Or alternatively, you can come into that dragon pose, bringing the elbows down, trying to pull that knee in, really stretching out the hip flexors. Again, you can bring the knee down. Oh good, the dogs are here. Hello. So just, you can rotate through them, you can try them each one at a time, see which one you prefer, just to try and get that nice stretch. So you'll get stretch through here, you'll get one in the inner thigh. We're going to bring that knee down, the right knee down, and sit back, lifting the left toe into your half split. Again, you work to where you need to be. If you want to fold, inhale there and then exhale, folding forward. And then we're going to come through, bring the knees back, nice and wide, toes together, sit back, walk the hands out in front and really push the sit bones back, the bum back onto the heels. And just bring the forehead down so you're still active through the upper body. And stretching out through that lower back. From there, we're going to inhale, we're going to come up, bring the knees in, press the mat away. Inhale, and then we're coming up into downward facing dog. Exhale, press the chest through, drop the heels. Nice deep breaths here. We're going to drop the heels, bend the knees, and walk the hands to the feet this time. You're going to take the feet a little bit wider, so as wide as the mat. We're going to exhale, fold. The knees can be soft. let that torso hang. Then we're going to halfway lift, so we're going to straighten the legs and lift up into halfway. Then as we exhale, we're going to take the left hand to the right shin. The right hand comes up, and we're going to exhale, work the hand down to the floor or to the ankle and twist up. Coming into that wide leg twist. Looking up to the ceiling if you can, following that right arm, or look to the floor if it's more comfortable on the neck. Inhale. Back to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You can soften the knees if you need to. And then inhale, halfway lift, straighten the legs. We're going to bring the right hand across to the left shin. We're going to take the left arm up, inhale, and as you exhale, working the hand down the leg, coming into a twist. Really trying to open that top shoulder. Inhale. Come to halfway, straighten the legs. And then exhale, soften the knees and fold. We're going to walk the hands out. And we're going to drop the heels and press the chest through, coming into downward facing dog again. And then inhale, come onto the toes, bend the knees, bring the toes together, and we're going to sit back onto the heels if that's comfortable. If it's not, then you can just sit on your bum, or you can sit cross-legged. From here, we're going to take the fingertips behind, and we're going to bring the weight onto the hands and roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders together, let the head hang. And then tucking the chin under, we're going to squeeze the bum and lift the hips. So you'll get a stretch through the quads. Keeping those shoulders back, lifting the chest. And then we're going to slowly come forward. If you're comfortable on your knees, then we're going to do a sleeping hero pose. If not, you're going to lay yourself back and bring your feet to butterfly. If you've got a cushion or a block, you can pop it underneath your bum. We're going to bring the feet wide so they're on the outsides of the hips, and we're going to sit the bum down. So in a hero pose, we're all the way through, you feel this in your knees. So if you've got bad knees, make sure you've got some blocks or cushions underneath you. My bum is sat on the floor. This is your hero pose. You can pop something under here to just give yourself a little bit more height. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the arms back, and if you can and you're comfortable, you can come onto the elbows. This is Sleeping Hero. You can come all the way down if that's comfortable. Please don't force anything if it's not comfortable. This is a really strong stretch in the quads, but it's really hard through the knees. If you've got bad knees, you might not be able to get here. If you can't get here, bring your feet round. Come into soles together, into a butterfly pose, and lay yourself back. Letting those knees come nice and wide. Your Sleeping Hero is a really strong pose. I don't want you to hurt yourself. In this Sleeping Butterfly, we're really trying to let the hips open, let the knees open, and flop to the side. Just take a few breaths here. Bring the knees together, bring them in, and rock from side to side. If you're in your hero pose, you can bring your legs round, and we're going to roll up and come up into a forward fold. Just resting there, forehead on the knees. And then bring the feet together and bring the knees wide. We're going to bring the hands to prayer and bow forward. We say namaste. I bow to you, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a go at a couple of the poses. Hopefully you'll feel energised for the day, for the rest of the day. Couple of poses for you to practice if you fancy it. But that's it, 30 minutes Wednesday lunchtime yoga, and I'm back on Friday at 8 AM for Salute to the Sun. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you then. Namaste everyone, take care. Thank you.